Well, no shofar today. Tonight, or today, this afternoon, I'm going to bring you a bit of fancy. We've talked about St. Nicholas, how he became associated with Christmas, St. Nick, and then eventually Santa Claus. Tonight I'm going to ask you to be even a little less religious and pharisaical about Christmas. I'm going to ask you to join me in a little bit of fantasy. We're going to read The Night Before Christmas, a visit from St. Nicholas, it was originally called. The author was Clement Clarke. And look, he was a Christian. He was a biblical scholar. He's a professor of Asian and Greek literature at the Episcopal General Theological Seminary that was erected in New York City on land that he donated. So he's pretty well off. Now, he's probably best remembered for the well-known poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, which begins, of course, 'twas the night before Christmas. Now, this poem is a special place in my heart because it was first published anonymously in Troy, New York, in the Troy Sentinel in 1823. One Pilgrim was born in Troy, New York. That's where I'm originally from. So without further ado, please suspend your religiosity a little bit for a day and enjoy this Christmas poem written by Clement Clarke for his sick little daughter to cheer her up. May it also cheer your Christmas. God bless. Here we go. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash. I tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what, to my wondering eyes, should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With the little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the courses they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, How merry his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, his droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe yelled tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, went straight to his work. He filled all the stockings and then turned with a jerk, and laying a finger aside of his nose, giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down on a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Can't end it any better than that. God bless you. Merry Christmas. Talk to you soon. This is One Pilgrim. I'm out.